What's up, boys and girls? It's a special day today. It's a new bike day. Not only that, but I'm gonna take it from the box to the prepared version myself. So come along and see how it goes. Ta-da! Here is my new bike. Can't wait to open this box up and see how it looks. I have never experienced this, opening the bike which is in the box and then preparing it for myself, so I'm really looking forward to it. And most of you probably haven't either, so stay with me and see how the process goes. Some toys, some more toys. Well, this part requires additional hands. Not so easy to do it alone, but oh well. Here it is. Here's how it looks. As you can see, the bike is fitted like that. The front fender was hidden there. Let's place it here. So we have this sheet which says that the bike was fully tested, and it was the date when it was tested, all the tests it went through, and model, VIN code, and so on. So we'll start with the handlebars. We'll remove all the switches, which are for street and which is not my main usage purpose. So yeah, let's go with that. These are the handlebar holders, which are standard, but I am using the ones from KTM Group bikes, which have the H.E.C system, dampen system, and I will remove these and put them on because I use them, and I wouldn't have to do this job 2 times. Also, the system has a little bit of razors, so it's better for my height. You can notice that this is not fully symmetrical. As you can see, the screw inside is not in the center of this part, so it means that you can mount the handlebars like this or like this. It will change the position of it. So instead of 2 positions where you have these 2 screws, you actually have 4 positions, and it depends on how you put this holder. Yeah, so don't forget it and choose the most comfortable for you. Because I am tall, I will put it in the front hole and the handlebars maximum forward. So these are the KTM H.E.C system, and as you can see, there is a small riser. It comes with a kit, so I'm gonna use it in the front position and the bars more forward as I can put them. Also, don't forget to put Loctite here. It's important. One more thing important if you are using the H.E.C system with the risers, don't forget to use the longer screw, because there are two screws in the system, shorter one and the longer one. So if you are using risers, use the longest screw. My friend forgot it and he broke the screw inside there, destroyed the threads, had to put a helicoil in, so don't make it hard for yourself. So when setting up the handlebars, you have to check the angle. Of course, it's a personal preference, but I always try to match it with a fork angle. So I think I matched it pretty well. Maybe I need to turn it a bit that way, but I think it will be okay for now. So check that, and then of course don't forget to use the torque wrench, and the H.E.C system goes with 60 Newton meters for these top screws. While we are at the front, we will remove the turn signals, and then I will remove the switches as well. Okay, so next step, let's remove the headlight switch and turn signal switch. Remove the steering lock, bike lock, I don't know how it's called. Don't forget to use dielectric grease for all the electric connections. It really helps to save the bike from corrosion and maybe not starting sometime in the future. Before finishing everything with the front and putting the front fender and fixing the headlamp, I will remove this hideous black pipe and put the shiny one, the sexy one, the racing one. So let's go. In order to take off the front pipe, I need to remove this Akropovich silencer. So now the most satisfying part. Ta-da! Time to fix in the muffler, the pipe, and of course don't forget to put on Loctite on these screws. So now all three screws are in place. We can tighten them all. Though on the second thought I leave them a bit loose and then put on the rear muffler so it aligns perfectly. So we remove the air filter and remove this air restrictor, so we get the maximum amount of air. Also, you can remove this plate from the side, but I think I will keep it just to keep the bike more clean while we ride. By the way, the filter from the factory, too dry for my taste, so I would definitely oil it more. Now we will move to the back. So next thing to do is to raise the subframe, remove the carburetor and change all the jetting. After that, I will remove everything from the tail, put the battery in, and then assemble all together, and it will be ready to go. Carburetor is set for the race setting, so we can put it back on. Now I'll have to remove this plastic frame in order to remove this number plate holder with turn signals. So yeah, let's do it. We are now moving from the back to the front. I will put in the air filter, the seat, and then we will go to the front fender and the lamp. We'll put all together and we will start the bike. So we just assembled the bike, now it's time to start it. Fingers crossed that we did everything right. So as you can see, the bike started well. Unfortunately, it's still snowy and I won't be able to test it right now, but pretty soon we will do it, I hope. If you don't want to miss the test, please subscribe to my channel, and of course, if you like the video, press the like button. See you next time!